Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to my channel, and also welcome to people who are new on the channel. With the AFL season just about to roll around the corner, I definitely want to get into some AFL videos, and I thought why not start with a AFL ladder prediction. This is just going to be the top 8 of the ladder. I'll probably do another video of the bottom, people outside the 8, but I thought it'd be good to talk about who I think is going to finish in the top 8 in the season of 2019. We're about a week away from the season launching, so I thought it'd be good to just put out a prediction so I can come back later on and see if I was close to what I thought was going to happen and all that good stuff. Make sure to comment down below also what you guys think is going to happen and what you guys think is what's your prediction of the ladder. I want to know your top 8. Is it close to my top 8 and all that good stuff? But I'm not going to go into depth of why I think these teams will finish in the top 8 and where they're going to finish. This is basically, I drafted pretty much just looking at the JLT and on last year's form. So without further ado, let's get started. So first on the ladder, I've got Richmond. I think Richmond were pretty good last year. They had one mishap and it was in the prelim final. And I think if they had their time again, I do think they would have beat Collingwood. Collingwood were really good in that preliminary final, and Mason Cox was unreal. But I do think that Richmond will bounce back this year. They've got the addition of Tom Lynch. They've also added Maverick Weller. They looked pretty good in the JLT. They looked like they weren't going 110%. But once they add Tom Lynch to the side, also their forward line's going to be crazy. And I definitely think they're going to be hard to beat in the AFL season. I think there's a genuine chance that Richmond could only lose a handful of games, and that's why I've got them on top of the ladder. They're definitely a chance to compete for another premiership, and they're definitely in that window of competing for another AFL grand final. They're second and third in 3 years. So second on the ladder, I've got Melbourne. I've gone with Melbourne just on the additions that they've added in the off season. They've added Colin Jasny and Stephen May from the Gold Coast. Two really good players. Stephen May, probably the real addition to the side. They did lose Jesse Hogan, and I do think that the loss of Jesse Hogan will hurt them, but I think the added of Steve May, and they've got Tom McDonald down there who will kick a bag here and there, and I think they will go one better than they did last year, and I do think they'll be in the grand final. I definitely will do a finals prediction later on in the year, or even before the season starts, maybe next week, but I definitely think Melbourne will be up there. So number 3, I've got the Crows. I think the Crows are going to bounce back from the disappointing 2018 season, and I do think that Adelaide will be right up there in the race for the top 4. Looking at their fixture, they've got a lot of games at home that I think are winnable. They also looked really good in the JLT. They did have a lot of injuries last year with Crouch going down and all their good, and pretty much their top ball winners going down early on in the season. Rory Sloane was injured. I think even Matt Crouch was injured. So big year for the Crows. I do definitely expect them to bounce back, and I think they're going to be massive this year. I think they're definitely one of the teams to beat in the competition. I also think that they're also a chance to make it back to the grand final. Let me know what you guys think about Adelaide. So number 4, we've got Collingwood. I think Collingwood are definitely a side on the up. They made the grand final last year and they lost by one kick. And with the addition of Dane Beams and Jaden Stevenson coming on and probably going to have another big season, I think it's only going to boost their forward line. Also with Jamie Elliott coming back and also the addition. They've got Jordan Ruffhead coming in to play defense. Jordan Goey is going to be crazy, and I think they're definitely going to be a problem for most teams. So at number 5, I've got the reigning premiers, West Coast. It does hurt putting these guys outside the top 4, but I just think that their draw is a lot harder to other teams. I think it's going to be tough for the Eagles to repeat, but with the addition of Andrew Gaff coming back on the side, I think they're definitely going to be up there again and definitely going to be competing for a premiership. There's no doubt about that. So number 5, I've got the Bombers. I think the Bombers, the addition of Dylan Shield and all the how they finished the season last year, Joe Danaher returns. I think the Bombers are going to definitely press for the top 4. I don't think they will do much damage, but I definitely think they'll finish in the top 6. around there. That's why I've got them 6th at the moment. In the addition of Joe Danaher coming back in the side, he kicked 60 goals the year before. I think Joe Danaher is going to add a lot to the Bombers, and that's why I've got them at 6. It's definitely going to see how they start off the season and see how well they go. I definitely think last year they started the season off poorly. If they do it again, they're in massive trouble, and there will be pressure on the coaches. So at number 7, I've got Port. Also, Port did have a disappointing year last year. I think they're going to bounce back. A few of their rookies look really, really good. Xavier Dersma. I think they will definitely be a tough team to beat. Also, when they get games at home, and the only problem with Port, can they win away, and can they stay healthy? If they stay healthy, I think they're definitely going to be a real tough team to beat, and a real tough team to come up against. So at sneaking at 8, it was a toss between GWS, Sydney, Geelong, and even the Bulldogs. I've got Sydney sneaking in just due to the fact that Lance Franklin will be back healthy this year, playing well, and I also think that Luke Parker and Josh Kennedy, they'll look good in the JLT. I think they're definitely going to be a tough team to beat, and Sydney always good. It just depends on how they're going to go and how it's going to happen for the Swans. But I do think the Swans will be a tough team to beat in 2019. And another disappointing year for the Swans going out in the first round. But I think they're definitely going to bounce back this year and be a tough team to come up against in the league. Like I said, it was a toss-up. But this is my final top 8. I've got the Tigers, the D's, Crows, Collingwood, West Coast, Essendon, Port, and Sydney. This is what I think the ladder's going to look like. I can't wait to put the ladder up at the end of the year and see what it actually does look like. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is what the ladder will look like? What would you change? Who would you put in? Who would you bring out? I personally think this is what the ladder will look like, and anything could change. All these teams are very, very close, and Geelong, GWS, Hawthorn even are very stiff to miss out. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my top 8 prediction, ladder prediction. Comment down below what you guys think. Who would you have in? Who would you have out? And I'll see you guys in the next video.